Good morning, students. How are you all? Fine? Very good. So, hope you are enjoying your holidays. Yes or no? Yes? Very good. लेकिन बच्चों कल का वीडियो देखा? That is from your book, science book. And the lesson is reproduction in plants. Very good. So, मैंने कुछ questions भी दिए थे. Have you noted down the questions and as well as their answers also? Is it done? Then very good. So now let's start our today's session. Okay, we will continue the same chapter with the new topics. So yesterday I told you that we can grow a new plant, or you can say the new plant can be grown by itself by various methods. The first method that I told you was by using its stem. We can cut the stem of previous plant, and whenever you put that stem in the soil, it will become a new plant. Next example I have gave you that about by using its leaves. Yes, the leaves of some plants can be helpful for the growth of a new plant. Now today we will discuss about the seeds, that how a tiny little seed can be germinated and becomes a full-fledged plant. So today our topic is seed, germination of seeds. Let me show you this. Okay, now let's take examples first. So whenever you used to have fruits, you must have observed that there are seeds present inside them. Sometimes there is only one seed, sometimes there are 2 to 3 seeds, sometimes there are 5 to 10 seeds, sometimes there are uncountable seeds, too many seeds are there. So on the basis of variety of plant, the number of seeds also vary in different fruits. Like in mango, you will find only one seed. In apple, you will find 9 to 10 seeds. In orange also, you will find 9 to 10 seeds. And have you counted the seeds present in a papaya fruit? No, because there are too many seeds present. So whenever we cut a fruit, we will find there are too many seeds present. And if you will take out that seed and put it in your soil, then after some day a tiny little plant will grow from that seed. So our today's topic is germination of seed, and let's discuss about this topic with this chart. So here in this chart you can see that here is a tiny little seed that is just grown before 1 to 2 days ago. So after 1 to 2 days, a tiny little root start oozing out from the seed. After few days, after again 2 to 3 days, you will see that from the seed a root is growing, and slowly the seed is coming out of the soil. Now in the third picture you can see that in this picture this root is still growing very speedily, and now the shoot system is also started growing. In next picture you can see a root is all still growing fast, and now the shoot is also growing, and two tiny little leaves are also there. This is called a baby plant. And now in the next picture you can see now the root is still growing fast, and the shoot system is also started growing speedily with its two little leaflets, and still the cotyledons, yes, the new term is cotyledons, are still there. Later on, after some time, I will explain you that what do you mean by cotyledon. This topic we will cover under the topic of this thing we will cover under the topic of parts of seeds. So now let's see a video related to this germination of seed topic.
Germination of seed. In this module, you will learn about germination of seeds. Alicia is helping her mother in the kitchen to make lemonade. Let us go and join them. Mama, can I take these seeds and plant them in the garden? I will have my own lemon plant then. Of course you can. Have you ever wondered how a tiny seed grows into a new plant? Let us find out. Seeds, as you already know, are produced by plants. They are present inside the fruits. To get a new plant, a seed is sown in the soil. After a seed is sown in the soil, we add water to it. This water is absorbed by the seed. Water softens the seed coat and the baby plant breaks open the seed. The baby plant comes out of the seed. This baby plant is called a seedling. This process by which a seed grows into a seedling is called germination. After the baby plant breaks open the seed, a tiny shoot comes out of it and grows upwards. It is called plumule. The plumule grows into the stem and leaves of the new plant. Along with plumule, a tiny root also comes out of the seed and grows downwards. This is called radicle. The radicle grows to form the root of the new plant. And soon this baby plant grows into an adult plant. Let's recap. To grow into a new plant, a seed needs to be sown in the soil and watered. The baby plant, which comes out of a seed, is called a seedling. The process by which a seed grows into a seedling is called germination. The tiny shoot that comes out of a seed and grows upwards is called plumule. The tiny root that comes out of a seed and grows downwards is called radicle.
So students, enjoyed the video? Good. Now our next topic is parts of seeds. Means whenever you have seen a seed, a tiny little seed, आपको देख के लगता है कि एक तो छोटा सा seed है बस. But actually there are too many parts present in that seed. The first part is seed coat. Yes, write down, take out your notebook and write down their names also as well as and learn that. So the first part of a seed is a seed coat. Seed coat is actually the outer covering of a seed. And the function of this seed coat is to protect the seed from the unfavorable condition. Means if there is too much sunlight, that seed coat will protect. If there is a rainfall, the seed coat will protect the baby plant present inside the seed. And if there is very harsh dry condition around the seed, then this seed coat will protect the tiny little baby plant that is present inside the seed. So basically the function of a seed coat is to protect the plant from the outsider unfavorable conditions. Okay. Now second part of a seed, that is your scar. Scar is a small point present just in the between of the seed. It is a place from where the seed is attached to its plant, and as well as there is a tiny hole present, and through this hole the plant goes inside the seed whenever there is a time of germination. Now the third point, that is seed leaves or cotyledons. Seed leaf or cotyledons are either 2 or 1. They are present in number either 2 or in 1. So the function of these seed leaves or cotyledon, they protect or they store the food material for the baby plant, and it becomes functional during the seed germination time. And the last point is, the last part of a seed is a baby plant. The baby plant is actually a tiny little plant that is present inside the seed, and whenever a seed finds a favorable condition for germination, this tiny little plant comes out from the seed and it becomes fully fledged a new plant. Now let me show you the picture of this seed so that you can get this easily. Get this topic easily. This is a this is a picture of parts of seed. As you can see, there are two cotyledons. This is a first cotyledon, this is a second cotyledon, and the outer covering of a seed is called seed coat. In this picture you can see the cotyledons are separated. इसको खोल दिया गया है seed को, and there is a tiny little baby plant is there. Can you see that? The green that is green in color, and two tiny leaves are there. So whenever a seed is in the closed condition, the seed coat is the outer covering, and when we open it, we can easily see there is a tiny baby plant, and these two are called cotyledons. In these cotyledons, the food material for the baby plant is stored for the future purpose. Now, as I told you, there are two cotyledons. Now let me tell you about how seeds are divided into two categories on the basis of their presence of cotyledons. In some seeds, only one cotyledon is present, and in some seeds, two cotyledons are present. If a seed have only one cotyledon, then it is called monocotyledon plant. Its example is rice and wheat. अगर आप एग्जाम्पल एक राइस का दाना लो, क्या आप उसको इजीली दो पार्ट में डिवाइड कर सकते हो? नहीं, बिकॉज राइस सीड हैव ओनली वन cotyledon. Now second point is dicotyledon. Di means two. Dicotyledon means the plants that have seeds, and seeds can divide into two parts very easily, just like your राजमा दाल. राजमा दाल का अगर आप एक पीस लो तो इजीली उसको दो पार्ट में आप डिवाइड कर सकते हो. सेम एज इट इज इन आलमंड और बादाम. हिंदी में बादाम हम कहते हैं. बादाम वी कैन डिवाइड एन आलमंड इनटू अ टू पार्ट वेरी easily. So these two parts are called cotyledons. So the seed that have only one cotyledon is called a monocotyledon. And if a seed have two cotyledons, then it is called dicotyledon plants. So this is our topic completed. Now let's move on to our next topic, that is dispersal of seeds. In the dispersal of seed means whenever a plant grows, it produces its seeds for its future generation, for its germination. So the same kind of plants will get germinated soon. But for this purpose, plants prepare or plants make their seeds. So whenever a seed moves on from one place to another place, when a seed moves on from one place to another place and then that seed gets germinated, it is called dispersal of seeds. मतलब एक प्लांट के अंदर जो सीड लगे वो उड़ के या पानी के साथ बह के या किसी एनिमल के साथ चल के किसी दूसरी जगह चले गए, वहां सॉइल में गिरे और वहां जर्मिनेट होके उन्होंने एक नया प्लांट बनाया. This process is called germination of seed. In the germination of seed, there are too many factors are available, and with the help of these methods or these helpful agents, the seeds from one plant travels down the distance and goes to the new place and then gets germinated there. Like the first method is with the help of air. With the help of air, the plants get germinated easily. Like, have you seen the seed of dandelion plant, or you can say a madar plant? Dandelion plant have, let me show you its picture. Dandelion plant's seed, it looks like this, and dandelion plant's seeds have a tiny little feathers like structure with them, and with the help of these feathers it can move into air easily, and whenever it goes into the soil, inside the soil, it gets germinated and the new plant come out from that seed. So this is the method by which the air, this is called dispersal through air. So air is a helpful for the dispersal of these seeds. Now second example is, let's take the example that is coconut. Coconut seed can get dispersed with the help of water. So the medium or the agent of dispersal is water. The seed of coconut travels down with the water, and whenever it gets the suitable surface, it gets germinated there. Next method is by the with the help of animals. Some seeds have tiny little hooks, or you can say a spongy sticky surfaces that gets attached to the animal skin, and after some time that seed gets detached from the animal's body, and whenever it get the favorable condition, that seeds get germinated and the new plants form. Next one is like a, you can say it is also a example of a air agent from the air, that is, this is a seeds of maples plant. In this, the seeds have two wings like structure, and this wings like structure helps seeds to fly with the air, and whenever they get the favorable condition in the soil, they get germinated at the far distant places. So the first agent of germination is air, second is water, third is animal, and the last one is explosion. In the explosion method, the seed of the plant gets, they are generally present in the pod like structures. Like you have seen the pea pod, पूरा मटर की आपने फली देखी होगी. When that pod becomes fully fleshed, matured, the seeds are grown perfectly fully, then it's exploded, मतलब वो फट जाता है, वो खुल जाता है, and all the seeds present there just fell down, and whenever they get the favorable conditions, it gets germinated, and this is how the new plants gets, the seeds get germinated and the new plant is formed from that seed. So students, this was your today's session. So write down all the main points from this session. That is, first is germination of seed, second is parts of seeds, third is what do you mean by dispersal of seeds, and fourth is what are the different methods or different agents of seed dispersal. Thank you. Stay at home and be safe.